Child support is a financial obligation that a non-custodial parent is required to pay to the custodial parent or guardian to contribute to the costs associated with raising their child. The primary goal of child support is to ensure that the child's basic needs are met and to provide a standard of living similar to what they would have experienced if the parents had remained together. Key elements of child support. 1. Eligibility and responsibility. Non-custodial. Parent. The parent who does not have primary physical custody of the child is usually responsible for making child support payments to the custodial parent. Custodial parent. The parent or guardian with whom the child primarily resides and who is responsible for the child's day-to-day care typically receives child support payments. 2. Calculation of child support. Child support is calculated based on various factors, and the specific formula and considerations can vary by jurisdiction. Common factors include parental income. The combined income of both parents is typically a primary factor in determining child support payments. Number of children. The number of children requiring support directly influences the amount of payments. Parenting. Time. The amount of time each parent spends with the child can affect the calculation, particularly in joint custody arrangements. Child's needs. Consideration of the child's needs, including healthcare, education, extracurricular activities, and general living expenses. State guidelines. Most jurisdictions have child support guidelines or formulas established by law to calculate appropriate payment amounts. 3. Components of child support. Child support payments generally cover basic necessities, food, clothing, and shelter, medical expenses, health insurance premiums, medical, dental, and vision care costs not covered by insurance, educational expenses, school fees, supplies, uniforms, and other education-related costs, childcare costs, daycare or babysitting expenses if necessary for the custodial parent to work or attend school, extracurricular activities, costs associated with sports, lessons, or other activities that contribute to the child's development. Legal process for establishing child support. 1. Filing a petition. Initiating the process. Either parent can file a petition for child support with the family court. This can be done as part of a divorce proceeding or as a standalone action if the parents were never married. Court documentation. File necessary documentation, including financial statements, a proposed parenting plan, and any relevant evidence supporting the child's financial needs. 2. Court hearing and order assessment. The court reviews the financial information of both parents, considers the needs of the child, and applies state guidelines to determine the appropriate amount of child support. Court order. Once determined, the court issues a child support order specifying the payment amount, frequency, and method of payment. 3. Enforcement of child support. If a non-custodial parent fails to make child support payments as ordered, several enforcement mechanisms can be utilized, including wage garnishment, automatically deducting child support payments from the non-custodial parent's paycheck. Contempt of court. Legal action for failing to comply with the court order, potentially resulting in fines or jail time. Interception of tax refunds. Federal and state tax refunds can be intercepted to cover unpaid child support. Suspension of licenses. Suspension of driver's licenses, professional licenses, or recreational licenses until the arrears are paid. Property liens. Placing liens on the non-custodial parent's property, such as a home or car, to secure payment of arrears. 4. Modification of child support. Circumstances that allow for modification of child support payments include change in income, significant changes in either parent's income, such as job loss or promotion. Change in child's needs, changes in the child's needs due to health issues, educational requirements, or other factors. Change in parenting time, adjustments in the custody or visitation schedule that affect the time each parent spends with the child.